ticket also. And he banks out. No, oh my, what's going on? Let's go, TD! What the hell was that? Let's go! Baby! Yes! Yes! Let's go!
Alrighty, Steeler Nation. G'day, guys. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. I know no one's going to turn up today. I understand that we have like one person live. G'day, Maurice. I need to talk like Steeler stuff. I have to, because there's. I was trying to make a video, and there's so much stuff going on. I was like, why not just talk about it in a live? Let's get it all done in one live. And I've just been working. I've been doing my other job. Here, there, and everywhere. And I was like, I don't want to edit. I don't want to make thumbnails. I'll just go live. So we'll do that. I'm getting so lazy in my content. It's not even funny. I'm so lazy in my content. Smack down under. G'day, Maurice in the house too. So yeah, I understand. No one's going to turn up. It's like, I think 11 p.m. in America, which is really late. Where's my name? Where the bloody hell's my name? But today in this video, I will make it about half an hour or so. I'm going to try and talk about, I want to talk about Rudolph. I want to talk about Kenny Pickett. I want to talk about the middle linebacker situation. I want to talk about the safety. I want to talk about Hines Ward and Debo and their Hall of Fame possibility. Right. There's a few things happening, so we might as well do this and see how it goes. Let me turn off the music anyway. He's gone. I can't even hold your attention for 3 seconds. Oh, that's funny. Oh, man. Also, too, it is terrible. When you guys see this, it is Terrible Towel. I think it's Terrible Towel Day when the Terrible Towel was founded. That's funny. He's in and he's out. Where was it? When was it founded? On this day in 1975, the Terrible Towel was born. That's fantastic. How good's that? Double yoy. All the guys in the crowd. I'm pretty sure it was for a Browns game where Myron Cope asked the crowd to bring, it was against, well, wait a minute. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was against the first one was against the Browns game. I could be wrong. But Myron Cope asked them to bring a terrible... Actually, no, it just said a Broncos game, so I could be wrong. But Myron Cope said, bring like a terrible towel, like a dishcloth or whatever. And they started to do that. And they started to wave it back in 1975. That's fantastic. Anyways, I do want to get into the Rudolph talk and the Kenny Pickett talk, and I'll turn this off. I'll be very honest with the Kenny Pickett stuff and Rudolph. I know that Mike Tomlin came out and said... that he's going to prepare the team the way they did last week with, getting Rudolph ready for the game. And then if Kenny Pickett can play, he might play. Now, I'm at the point where I've read so much stuff and I've seen that many different YouTubes and videos about things. I simply don't care anymore. Like, I just want to see good quarterback play. Now, Rudolph played really well last week, played a great game. But I don't overly care, to be honest, who does play. Rudolph next year is a free agent. We've got him for a 1-year contract, whereas Kenny Pickett is going into his 3rd year. There has been, rumors about Kenny Pickett getting traded and stuff like that. I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. I don't think he would be traded. That kind of makes no sense to me. But I think what Tom will do if Kenny is hurt and still not 100%, then he'll go Rudolph's way. But I know a lot of people gave up on Rudolph into his career, and now we see the hot hand and we want to see him play well. I just want to see the Pittsburgh Steelers win games. That's what I want to see. I want to see them try and win games. Hopefully, is my mic working? Let's hope so. Let me check. Yeah, it's working. It's working. Holy dooly. Bring him back to be. You saying Kenny Pickett? Kenny Pickett come back to be quarterback number 2, or Rudolph to be quarterback number 2? I understand why people want Rudolph to start and finish the rest of the year and see what happens in the playoffs if we can win this game. At the same time, though, I still think there are bigger problems than quarterback number 1. Mason, gotcha. Yeah. Well, that depends. We don't know. He's going to be a free agent next year again. If he does play well, maybe other teams might give him a call and say, "Do you want to be quarterback number one?" Could be a possibility. I don't overly know what's going to happen, but I think we've been talking about this so long. Like, yes, we see Rudolph with great success. It's fantastic. To me, it's awesome to see Rudolph bounce back, and he played redemption game, and he got the ball to Pickens, did all these cool things, and I love to see that stuff. But now, like, a lot of fans are pushing away Kenny Pickett, saying, "Oh, we don't need Kenny Pickett. He's a bust. He's whatever. We've got Rudolph." Well, Rudolph isn't under contract. He's not under any contract. Kenny Pickett is under contract under a rookie deal, where Rudolph isn't under a contract. He's on a 1-year deal. Now, I do think that Trubisky might be on the outside. I think he might get either cut, or depending how long his contract is, he might get traded away. I don't know if he can even trade Rudolph, Trubisky. But yeah, definitely at this point, I know there are a lot of team Mason Rudolph, and all rightly so. He played good football last week, and he does deserve a shot. But what's going to happen after that? And right now, still to the point, is Rudolph is filling in for quarterback number 2, not filling in for quarterback number 1, being Kenny Pickett. Anyways, that's just me. The way how my brain thinks on these kind of things. What was something else? Because I was going to make a video yesterday, but it was just so much happening. What else happening as well? The Steelers have signed. G'day, Thomas. Oh, dead set as well. Yeah, I agree 1,000%. What else happened yesterday? Yesterday as well, we had that's my dinner going off. The Steelers made practice squad moves. They went and signed Jalen Smith, the linebacker, and signed Nate Medias. Never heard of him. The thing is, they signed a safety. They signed another linebacker. I believe at that position, they're going to go with Michael Walker probably to the end of the season. And unless they feed in Blake Martinez, he might come in soon. But Miles Jack is the guy as well. He looked pretty good last week. So they signed Jalen Smith, the ex-Cowboy, ex-Giant. Honest to goodness, at this point, put a jersey on and see what happens. That's all we can account for. G'day, State. What's going on, mate? G'day, Sean. It's two-year deal. It should be over. Yeah. So is he a free agent? Is he a free agent next year? I don't know if he's a free agent next year. I think he's got one more year in his contract. Anyways, g'day, what's going on? G'day, CMBT Sports, what's up? G'day, John, what's going on? Yeah, I guess. I'll be honest, man. Like, just a bloke on my living room talking Steelers. I was trying to do a video, and I kept stuffing up, and I just got home from work, and I was like making dinner, got some other things going on. I was like, I'll just go live. It's easier. It's just sometimes it's easier going live because then I don't have to edit. I don't need to edit. I just got to go, oh, yeah, sweet. Hands up. That's it. Oh, no. Yeah, I know. No, I hope he's doing well. Look, look, dead set. I've given Mason Rudolph a shout-out. I think he deserves it. He definitely deserves a shout-out. I think he played a really good football game. The way he kind of, walks around the pocket and his pocket presence and finding open targets and confident in the pocket and his delivery, it's fantastic, right? I just don't know what's going to happen with the Steelers. I feel like Tomlin might just say, Kenny, act injured, mate. But like, put Kenny on the sideline till the end of the year. Maybe you ride the Rudolph train until you win these two and you go to the playoffs. The thing is, we don't know what's going to happen with Rudolph's contract next year. But maybe, possibly, you ride the Rudolph train and say, Kenny Pickett, he's still got the high ankle sprain. He's been injured, 2 or 3 times this season. He's been injured 5 times in his career playing 20 games. Mason Rudolph does have less games starting than him. He has 12 and some better stats, where Kenny Pickett has like 20 and, not as many TDs and stuff like that. So I'm excited, to be honest. I did a podcast last night with my mate, Wobble and Jaw Sports. Sam, his name is, a Seattle fan. If you guys want to go and check that out, it's in the community post. Goes for about an hour and a half. The first 15 minutes is us talking football. So it's all good. Yeah, man, that's it. I think, Chloe, I appreciate that. Yeah, and I know too. I understand. I understand that there's that side. It's just I get to a certain point where I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all talk about this guy, that guy, and I think we're at the end of we're almost near the end of the season. I legit don't care who plays quarterback, but I understand that logic behind that. Highsmith was talking good things. Pickens, Deontay, all these blokes were talking good things about Rudolph. Like, I get it. G'day, Toddy. What's going on? Sorry to interrupt. What? Sorry to interrupt your breakfast. What you having? What? No, what? I'm having lunch. I'm making lunch. But no, I understand that. Like, that's it. I understand. Where was it? Yeah, I understand that Rudolph and has a bit more rapport with his players and all those kind of things, and possibly because once you go back to Kenny, once Kenny Pickett's healthy, and if you go with him, then yeah, they're going to go with him the rest of the season. One thing we can agree on is that Trubisky won't play, and he had really bad quarterback play, right? But if the Steelers go with Rudolph and Kenny Pickett's still hurt, then you might as well go with him the whole season. And that's Seahawks versus Ravens. If you beat the Seahawks, you have a good chance to get into the playoffs. You need the Colts, Texans, those guys to lose. I think you need the Jags to lose one. There's a few different windows where we can still make the playoffs and go for a run. So maybe you get behind Rudolph in this stretch. I am a bit wary, though, a bit scared of what Steel Nation is going to say, because what happens if Rudolph goes out there and plays an awful game, an absolutely awful game? We know how Steel Nation acts. We go, boo. We'll cheer. Even Rudolph said it. It's good. It's good when they cheer you, but sometimes when they boo you, it's not good. It's all part of the game, right? So, and I've seen those images around there with Kenny Pickett apparently looking like, rock face like that, and looking sad. He wasn't sad on the sidelines. Kenny Pickett was just being a normal bloke. So a lot of media stuff behind that, but I understand it's Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph. I'm at the point I don't give two wazoos. I just want to see the Steelers win, and that is good quarterback play. That is also, hopefully we see some good play with our defense and TJ Watt right near the end. Because, look, I do want to go to the playoffs. I want to see the guys go to the playoffs. I'm not one of those fans that says there's no point going. No, there's a point going. The point is to go and win the game. You play to win the game. Dead set. So that's kind of my stance on the Rudolph or Kenny Pickett. Whoever gets chosen in the next few days, I'm okay with. I'm kind of keen to see Mason Rudolph, for him to back it up. I think that'd be fantastic for him to go again and link with Pickens and say it's not a fluke. You know, if we see it again, 2 TDs, yardage, we win the game by 27-17, and it's offensive performance, we're like, oh, hold up, wait a minute. Then that wasn't a fluke. Do you know what I mean? But it can also turn the other way too, and then Rudolph stinks the bed, and it's all back to boo, and then we go back to Kenny. All I know is we're not going back to Trubisky, that's for sure. Hurly-durly. What are the odds that Mason plays week over Kenny if he's healthy? G'day, Jet Evil. I don't know if he's healthy. Ooh. That's why I think this thing is so intriguing. I don't think, to be honest, that if he's healthy, I feel like they will find a way to make him not healthy. They will say his leg's still lingering, it's still hurting, it's still something. But if you want the odds, maybe 49%. That's a bad number, but 49%, something like that. G'day, Jetto. What's going on? G'day, Toddy in the house too. G'day, Thomas. If I didn't say hello before. He's Dunsky. Mitch too risky is Dunsky. 101. We can agree on that. Says Kenny sucks right now, and that's a possibility. But there's one point to this too. There's one point to this, right? Everyone said that Rudolph sucked. Why can't we give players the time of day, and so, like quarterbacks in that niche too, that we give them time in the NFL, like a few years, to learn the system and learn how to play? Everybody jumped on Rudolph, and now they love him because he came back after 2 years. So I'm not giving up on Kenny just yet, but I wouldn't mind seeing him maybe take the next two weeks off if he's not healthy, play Rudolph, and see what happens with his run, because we all know now the Browns and Joe Flacco, they're going on a bit of a run too. See what happens with number 2, right? Play him. You've got to win the game too, by the way. You need to win the Seattle game. You don't win that, we're toast. And if Kenny, but same thing is, if Kenny comes back and plays awful, then Steeler Nation's going to be pissed off. If Rudolph comes back and he plays awful, then Steeler Nation's like, we haven't got any quarterback. None of them are good. So I guess you kind of have to go with a hot hand in that level. But I don't overly care. I just want to see the team play good football at the end of the day. Yeah, and that's right. It does feel like with Mike Tomlin's comments, he called him aggressive. In his press conference, Mike Tomlin kept saying that Rudolph was aggressive. He said it like 3 or 4 times that he was aggressive. G'day, Sean says, I'm a fan of I think I know how to play football. I'll be fine, and then going out and backing it up. Is that what Rudolph said? I think that was Rudolph said too. John says, I hope Kenny learned to stay strong in the pocket, just trust the line and dead set. He does fade outside the pocket. He does move his legs far too quick, and he also is inconsistent in that aspect. Kenny Pickett has won many games where the game's on the line and he wins the fourth quarter. And I still haven't gotten to my other subjects yet. But the game's on the line, fourth quarter, he gets the job done. But now we've seen like what the offense could look like without Matt Canada, and competent, aggressive, fun, you name it, anything like that. What Rudolph has shown us last week versus the Bengals, it looked pretty fun. Like zinging the ball down for 84 yards in a slot, finding George Pickens in a 41-yard pass, finding Robinson on the sideline. He had 4 passes. Like, he was going off. So it's fun to see what Rudolph is doing. At the same time, if Kenny goes back in there, I think he has to play a game of his life as well to win the fan base, because otherwise it's going to get tricky. Yeah, I agree. Dead set. He's the only one that doesn't get to, panic in the pocket. Yeah. So, and I think they're going to lean towards starting Rudolph too. G'day, Stephen Lee. What's going on? It's more about evaluating what we have in prospects. Yeah, that's true. You got to be consistent. Anyone else on the house? Can't remember. No one else. Anyways, that was 18 minutes on Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph. I just want to say, whoever's quarterback, I would cheer him on, and I wish them the best to go on to grab this team for a playoff run. If it's Rudolph for the next, g'day JD52. If it's Rudolph for the next, 2 games and playoffs, sweet. Let's ride the Rudolph train to Super Bowl and see what happens. If it's Kenny Pickett coming back 100% healthy, let's ride that train too. No, you don't. There's no way you do. There's no way. Not even sure how to move on from that. Anyways, the other news I want to talk about was the middle linebacker situation. So we've had a signing of Jalen Smith, and everyone talks about this season being a failure, or this season being it is up and down roller coaster. But this season also, to be honest, the injuries. And John, I agree. I think I'm at the point, do I swear? I dead set don't give a fuck. I just want to watch the game. Do I swear again? I don't give 2 fucks. I'm at the point where I'm like, maybe I'm over the analyst. I don't know. I'm at the point I just don't care anymore. Just fucking play the game. Just play the game. We have 2 games left. We have 2 games left, and we're arguing about who should be the quarterback for the last 2. Who cares? Just whoever turns up, number 2 or number 8, just not number 10. There you go. That's 2 and 8 make number 10. Any of those 2 blokes, and I'm cool. Like, as long as number 10's not playing, I don't care. That's what I care about. JJ52 says the team has 20. Yeah, dead set. It has too. It has had 20, and I do apologize for my swearing. I really do, but that's how I can get across my point. And I bet you YouTube didn't like that. So kick rocks, YouTube. You probably didn't like that at all. I'm probably now banned from the platform. But that's what happens. If Rudolph played bad, we would have been like, the season's over, we can't do anything. Because he had a fantastic game, we're now going into the idea of this guy, that guy. But it all depends on what Coach T wants. And I do think, to be honest, what Coach T might do is play Rudolph, and Kenny Pickett might be limited at practice and have still like an injury, still a little bit of an injury. I think he's going to be limited play. I don't think they're going to rush back Kenny to be 89% or 75%. If they do, however, I hope Kenny Pickett has the game of his life and throws that many TDs and that many yards that we're happy having Kenny Pickett as a good quarterback, and also Mason Rudolph, because you want to see your number one draft pick succeed for sure. That's what I can agree on. That is what I can agree on. Dead set. He was bad. He was freaking awful. He was awful. And that's a good point, which I'm kind of going towards that as well. Start Mason and Kenny Pickett limited, and I think that's what Tomlin might do. What is happening? What is happening? Anyways, yeah. So I've covered that. That's the quarterback I wanted to cover. The middle linebacker situation, like JJ52 said, we've had about 20 linebackers. I'm at the same point that maybe I'm getting a bit tired in the season. I do feel like that on a content level to a certain degree, and also on a Steelers watching level. It's been a pretty busy Christmas. We've got a busy New Year coming up, and you know what? We signed Jalen Smith, and I don't know who he is. I have no idea. I have no, and you know what? I'm showing my colors here by being a black and gold honest, fan. I'm at the point like I don't even care who the player is. Just wear the jersey and play football and win. You know what I mean? I know it's not the same in the off season when you're so excited about picks and draftee numbers and all that kind of stuff. At this point, I just want to see our team schematically, team-wise, sacks, defense, keep the other team on zero. We score points, we win the game. Like, I'm not going to jump into how many stats this guy had, Jalen Smith or that guy or whatever. I just don't care enough. And that's probably a bad approach, but honest to goodness, it is what it is. All right. Thank you. I don't know how. I just said I don't care about looking up any players and stuff like that. And I know I'm saying a bit negative, but it's the truth. I'm a bit, I think at this point in the season, I'm a bit not over it, but it does feel like a very long season. And that's what I want to hear. This is what I want to hear. JJ52 says Smith was a really good Cowboys middle linebacker. Would be cool to see. Yeah, dead set. I would love that. We've already seen that too with Miles Jack. We've seen that with now Peterson playing safety. I think that might be a spot for in the future for Peterson to play safety. I think that could be his idea. The Kazi thing really pissed me off too, with how he got banned. So I hope they win. I hope that he comes back. Like, to be honest, I hope Kazi comes back and they can go to the playoffs for him. I hope they go to the playoffs for TJ, for Cam, all those kind of blokes. It's just at this point in the season, we're making that many moves. Apparently, that McFarland, he came back. McFarland came back to the practice squad. I didn't even know. Went over my head because there's that many damn podcasts out there, and I have one. Yes, I agree too. Sean says we're really coming together despite defensive injuries, about to make a run. And that's right. Warren's playing fantastic football. Najee, I know he's a bit slow on the line in certain points, but Najee's starting to pick up a little bit as well. So the 1-2 punch there. We've now seen what Austin can do on those jet sweeps. We've seen what Goodwin Ibuka, I think he's playing really well in the kickoff return. Darnell Washington, I've seen that many times him celebrate while Pickens runs down to the end zone to get a TD. That's been fun as well. So we're getting to that point where, you know what, at the same time as my washing machine goes off, we're getting to the point is if we lose this game, I'm probably going to be crushed. Because once you lose, you're out like this. We're not out, but once we lose this game mathematically, we need a lot of things to happen. So I'm feeling a whirlwind of emotions of I care, but I don't care who's quarterback. I don't care who's wearing the jersey at middle linebacker. I just want to see the actual black and gold, our terrible towers, our team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, no matter who's wearing the jersey, if it's Connor Hayward or anyone, go and win a game. Go get the damn job done. Go and beat Seattle. They're 8-7. They're trying to hang on to the playoffs. Get the job done. Improve the 9-7. Let things go our way, and then maybe we might start to find who is our quarterback going into these next 2 games. Otherwise, if the Steelers do lose this game, and quite possibly they're the underdog, they can lose this game. And then our season's done. And then we go into off-season mode. We go into playoff mode, and our team's done. So it's getting there. You've got Riz. That's it. Yeah. What? Did I tell you? What? Hold up. Did I tell you I was watching that? What? Did I tell you that I was watching that or not? I've been watching Floribama Shore. I don't know. Maybe I told you that. I can't remember. I can't remember if I told you that or not. That's crazy. Gym Tan Laundry. Because I was watching what's that one? Jersey Shore, and then I found one called Floribama Shore, where it's Florida and Alabama together. And I don't know if I told you that. Anyways, that's it. So yeah, we're underdogs and have nothing to lose. Dead set. I agree. And that's why I think I know there's conversation around there. Which quarterback should play? Who should play? Oh. All right. I was like, because I've been watching the last few nights. I've been watching Floribama. Thank you, Silver Steel. What's going on? That's awesome. I've never seen you in the chat, so I appreciate that. I just want to let you know that I appreciate you and everything you're doing. You're awesome, Go Steelers. Facts. And that's what we're getting back to. Exactly right too. No Keanu. No Keanu. What's his name? Keanu Neal as well. Or Keanu Neal. Yeah, right. You know what? Silver Steel, you get some fireworks. And where is it? Holy dooly. That's awesome. Alrighty. Okay. All right. Anyways, that's what I really want to talk about too. Was I love this season. I love this team, but there's just so we're now talking about who should be quarterback with the last 2 games to go. I'm okay with whoever turns up and wears a jersey. Just play good football. Kenny can do it. I still believe in Kenny, and also Rudolph. Recently, he can do it too. So whoever plays quarterback, I really want to just go beat the Seattle and then send a message to Ravens and get 2 in a row, and then hopefully we get in the playoffs, and then we can argue more and more who's going to be quarterback in the playoffs. But it does look like from Mike Tomlin's press conference talking about being aggressive, it does look like Rudolph's going to be the guy this week. So let's hope that Rudolph, for our team, has a great game. Holy dooly. Bobby's he's gone. You know what? You know what? I haven't thought of anything. I haven't thought of any new ideas for Bobby to be involved in intros, and I was like, you know what? Okay. All right. I'll do this. I was talking to Pepper about this, right? And I didn't do it. Yeah. I didn't do it, right? Hold up. All right, I didn't do it. I was going to do a video yesterday, and I canned it because I was like, there's no way that people would watch this. And that was a video of Archie for 10 minutes. And I won't show the audio, but I'll show you what I did. We'll put him in the background. Oh, can you hear that?
3, 2, 1.
No! All right. So, how do I do this? Can you guys... Hold up. Wait a minute. Something right. Window. Oh. Can you hear this or not? Can you hear that in the background or not? Nah, I don't think so. Anyways, I was gonna do a whole video just filming. That's this Archie sitting there chilling. That's my dog chilling. Like I feel like I'm a bit of a crossroads with some of the content. I feel a bit not done. It's near the end of the season. You can't hear it. Fantastic. So you can just see Archie. So that's a live picture yesterday of Archie, right? So I guess I've done it now anyway. But what am I saying? I forgot what I'm saying. Hold up. What does this channel turn into? Dead set. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. That's cool. How did I get that? That's cool. That's awesome. How do I do that? Oh. All right, anyways, like I said, he hates him. He hates the So this is a live picture of Archie yesterday, and I had a whole video planned where I talked about a podcast over it. So I guess I'm doing it now. He's a good fella. Archie hates Huntsmans. He does. He definitely hates them. So yeah, but I don't know. Does anyone else feel like that? Am I the only one that? Let me come back to it. Does anyone else feel that way? Where it does feel like the end of the season, and it's been a long season. It's been a very rocky road going all the way through. I don't know. Maybe it could just be me. Yeah, very careful. G'day, Joel. What's going on? You know what I mean? Because I just kind of feel like with my stuff recently, with the videos I've been doing, it hasn't been so on point. You know what I mean? Because I know if we lose this game, it's tough to make it. And the fan base is going from Rudolph to this guy. We have no safeties. Minka's out still. We don't have Kazi, anything like that. I don't know. Let me know if you guys feel this. If you guys feel the same way. Hurley Durley. Yeah, I agree. The thing is too for me with Trubisky playing, I think the coaching staff kind of stuffed up with that situation. Yeah, good call. Cincy. Yeah, I think they got to lose one more. I agree, Najee did too. He definitely played good football, got the pick. Eric Rowe didn't know who that guy was. He got the pick. He's wearing 25. I just feel like I want to see this team play the best guys, and maybe Rudolph is the best guy. It could be. Maybe Rudolph could be the best quarterback we have right now, and maybe my fan base inside of me is saying, I just want Kenny to do well, and maybe he's not a good quarterback. I don't know. All I'm saying is I just want to see the best quarterback play at that position, because anywhere else on the field, if it's linebacker or outside linebacker, if it's running back or receiver, you play the best players at that position. So the Steelers should do that with the Nah, they're not Daredevil. Yeah, that's how I feel too. I feel the same way. Our season's almost over. The year's coming to another year's coming to an end, and we start a happy new year very shortly. Seahawks game is a happy new year. And yeah, if we lose it, then it's kind of done. You kind of check in for next year. You go through the playoffs and we start all again. We go through all the off-season stuff. I just get to a point where I'm like, I'm not too worried about who quarterback is. And if Rudolph plays, sweet. Kenny plays, sweet. Go and knock their socks off. And you know what? The Seahawks, Geno Smith, DK Metcalf. I was talking to my mate yesterday. DK Metcalf, Walker, Tyler Lockett. They've got a good team. And they're going to be hard to beat. The Seahawks are going to be a hard team to beat, to be honest, man. They got Bobby Wagner. They got bloody Artie Burns out there. Not saying he's good, but he's out there, ex-Steeler. Devin Bush, ex-Steeler. A few blokes out there that are playing on defense who can rattle us. So let's just see what happens. I agree 1,000%. Fight to the end. No, we shouldn't. We should never. G'day, Sean. We should. And speaking of the terrible towel, it's the first 57 years ago. We should never throw in the terrible towel. I'm just saying, I find these conversations are all around the internet of like, start this guy, start that guy. It's like right now, Kenny Pickett is your quarterback number one, but Mason Rudolph does have the hot hand, or is perceived to be that way, because he absolutely blew the socks off the Bengals. And that's just the way I'm thinking. Like, I hope that whoever does play can play good football and gives it the best chance to win, because we're this close to the playoffs. And if we get there, then you might see us play the Dolphins. If we play the Chiefs, dude, the Chiefs right now, they're falling apart. The Jaguars, if they get in, they're falling apart. The Texans just had CJ Stroud get hurt. Colts, we need them to lose, but the AFC South is 8-7. They're falling apart. Chiefs can't win games. The Ravens look like the best team, but we have their number. So hopefully we can beat them again in 2 weeks' time. Who else is in there? The Bills are starting to get hot in certain places. The Browns are playing good football, but the Chiefs, they're falling apart, man. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I feel like Tomlin's team always plays well being outside of the. That's right, and maybe that's why I'm feeling this this kind of energy as well, because we all and I back Tomlin as much as I can, but we always seem to be in this situation. Every year, 2 years ago, we had the same thing where Joe Flacco and the Jets couldn't beat Miami, and that was the last game to win. If they win that game, we're in the playoffs. So it always seems like we get to this position. We definitely do. And the Steelers have to have games happen for us to get in, where we controlled our destiny with the Pats game and the Cardinals game. You win those 2 games, and you're sitting now at 10 wins like the Browns. The Browns are controlling their own destiny. They're winning games. They're in the playoffs. The Bills are getting hot. They're controlling their destiny. They're in the playoffs. Or they could be. So they will be the 6th seed. We're trying to fight for that 7th seed. That's what is the annoying part, because the Steelers right now are the 8th seed looking out from the 7th seed. Holy diddly. Could do. Yep. Could do. But you know what, guys? That's kind of it. I'm kind of out of steam. And I might catch you guys in the future. And want to get things more set up again. And we have on the weekend or in the new year, it's Steelers versus Seahawks. Like I said, I just want to see, I don't care who plays, good quarterback play from anyone. And that could be Rudolph going forward. And then we're going to have to toss up and see what happens in the offseason. But I did this live really quick, really fast. And without a doubt, again, you guys show up like that. And I'm like, that blows me away, because I'm just chilling, talking, venting. And I got 15, 16 people. And that's nuts. That still blows me away. Still blows me away. I'm still keen for the season. I just don't want it to end to a certain point. When it ends, it's going to crush everyone. If it keeps going on the magical ride that is Rudolph and this team winning games, we'll get our hopes back up again. That's the kind of point. That's the kind of point I'm going to go after. So I must win out, dead set. Yeah, but let's get out of here. I hope so. Thank you, everyone, for coming in on this, what Chloe said, a secret live, or I pretty much did it because I don't want to edit. Yeah, like, this guy's lazy. I have been a bit lazy recently, though, to be honest. I've been a little bit lazy. We haven't seen Bobby. All right, we need more energy from me. Actually, I'm pretty tired today. But we're done. And I'll see you guys later. Alrighty, so thank you to everyone in the chat. Thank you, Pepper. Thank you. I almost said thank you, Pickett. Thank you, Chloe. And thank you, J Devil. Yes, I agree. Team effort. All right. Bottom line is they win one of the 3 games. They lost. What? Oh, gotcha. Yep, gotcha. I feel that. All right, thank you, Sleeping Lady. Thank you as well to Silver Steel for $10. And that's the first time I've seen you in the chat. So make sure you come back to the chat. And I will try and post videos over the weekend too. So I appreciate that. And thank you, Sean Downey. I'll do a few more and we'll get out of here. But the JJ52, I jumped on, and next minute there's like 15 people here. It blows me away. I'll do 2 more people. Sean and who else came? Cody. There we go. And thank you, Cody. All right, guys, I'll see you later.